Alright guys, welcome to another exciting instalment of Clueless Eats / beer and donuts, because we're having a look at more beer and more donuts. So the beer in question is coming from the 71 Brewing out of Dundee, and this is a can of the Breakfast Toast, which is a breakfast stout, part of their Blueprint series, and this is instalment number 5, clocking in at 4.5% ABV. So raise a toast to beer for breakfast, created with 7 different malts, lactose, Madagascan vanilla pods, and conditioned on Guatemalan cold brew from the SacredGrounds Coffee Company. Dark and smooth with a cinnamon head, aromas of vanilla, chocolate, coffee milk, and a gorgeous long finish creates a perfect mashup from the start and end of the day. So yeah, I do actually really like it when they give a shout out to the other people involved in the beer. It's such a simple gesture, and I don't know why more breweries don't do it when they've used like coffee or a specific brand of, an ingredient used in the beer. So yeah, never had anything from these guys before, and I picked this up, well, it was in my Beer 52 box for December, which was showcasing all things Scotland. And yeah, there was a few stouts in there, but I thought I'd do another. So this is sort of a review / Clueless Eats, so hopefully I won't spend too much time on either aspect. But yeah, so I was in Tesco's earlier today, and I picked up some donuts. So the first one we have is the Tesco chocolate and hazelnut filled donuts, topped with a biscuit crumb, £1.50. And then also the Millionaire filled donuts with toffee flavour filling. So, beer and donuts, what can go wrong? Anyway, so what we'll do is we'll get the beer open, give it a little bit of a taste, and see what we get. I'm interested to see what the body's like on this, especially at 4.5%. So we shall see if it pairs well with the donuts or not, or if it's just a good beer to drink on its own. So, poured that rather ridiculously, to be honest. So beer in the glass then, and that's almost jet black, I would say. There's maybe some brown hues when you hold it up to the light. There's a little bit of a sort of an oaky look to it, but very dense looking actually. And no, I'm not talking about me. And beer poured with about one finger's worth of a beige, fluffy looking head. So yeah, I'm surprised at how thick it was pouring at 4.5%. Let's see what we get on the nose. Very musky, I would say. It's really not too much of that coffee coming through, which I'm a little bit upset about. It's got like really dark, damp malt character. There's a little bit of vanilla, I would say. But that's it, really. It's got like quite a savoury earthiness to it. But there's a little bit of like a chocolate character coming through, I suppose. But the coffee, I'm not really getting too much of. So let's see what it tastes like. Cheers. Coffee comes out more on the flavour, thank God. And it's a nice coffee character. It's got that sort of like filter coffee element to it. It is light-bodied, as you would expect. But it's not upsetting me too much that it is a lighter body. Yeah, the flavours come out more as opposed to the aroma. A little bit of coffee. It's a lot sweeter. It's a lot chocolatier and cakier on the taste. And those flavours are carried well with quite a light body. So it's got that for it as well. Nice carbonation to it. It's a nice coffee aftertaste, which I do really enjoy. And it's the aftertaste of a good cup of coffee in the morning. So I think they've done a good job at a 4.5% stout. I usually avoid beers of this style in that ABV like the plague, to be honest. But I think they've done a good job. And of course, the dickhead in me is saying, oh, wish it was a bit heavier. Wish it was a bit more gloopier. They don't always have to be like that. But yeah, I think that's nice. It's got that it's very breakfasty. You could imagine this will pair well with with waffles almost. It actually reminds me of that Vocation beer that's in Tesco's at the moment, but with just a bit more character and personality. Actually, really like that as a beer on its own. So as the beer stands, I would say that's an 8 out of 10. It would get a bit more brownie points if it just had a bit more of a bolder body. That's just my own personal preference. I was a little bit apprehensive on the nose, but it delivers what it promises on the flavour. Is it the most exciting example of a beer like this? No, not really, but you know, there are so many out there, do you know what I mean? And that part of my fucking hair is really annoying me. So yeah. So if you're not really in the mood to see a fat bastard like me stuff my face with donuts, talk with my mouth full, then feel free to shut the video off here if you've made it this far. But yeah, 71 Brewing. Lovely, lovely stuff. I've had a few beers from this box so far, and this is definitely one of the best ones so far. So 7.5, 7.75 I'm going to give it. Lovely, lovely stuff. A nice little introduction. So, beer's a winner, quite frankly. So let's see what we get when we actually pair it with the donuts. I love donuts, as you probably can see. So let's get them. They smell good so far. Now, I'm not expecting the fluffiest of donuts, especially since they've been put in packaging and left to cool down. They're going to be a little bit more firmer than an artisan donut that's fresh off the line. But we all know that. We all know that already. We know what to expect. I mean, they look lovely. There we go. Nice pale donut, but then with a lovely chocolate topping and little biscuity bits. So it's certainly looking nice. And no, I'm not going to eat all 4 donuts. I am saving them for my younger brother because I have a heart of gold. It's probably clogged, well, the arteries are, but it's a heart of gold nonetheless. But yeah, very pretty in terms of the presentation. So let's give it a taste. It's got a sticky filling. It's really which I need to get a filling replaced. And we've got a very shouty niece staying over, so if you can pick up a child screaming in the background. No, I'm not doing anything questionable. It's just that our niece is staying for the night. Chocolate and hazelnut donuts. That hazelnut filling is nice, although I'm not the biggest. I like Nutella, but I know it's not Nutella. But I think Nutella's so overrated, I should say. But that's not a bad donut, actually. It's not really the most exciting. It's quite a generic chocolate topping. Biscuity parts, don't really care too much for. It is a dry donut, not gonna lie. But that hazelnut praline sort of inside is quite nice. Just makes it a little bit, it's not drying your mouth out when you're eating because it is quite a dry donut. But again, I don't know how long they've been on the shelf. So they're not like freshly baked when I got them. Do you know what I mean? But it's a donut. You get 2 for £1.50. I've got my money's worth. So let's pair it with the beer. I'd say it brings out the dark fruit characters of the stout and adds just a generic bitterness to the drinking experience. It doesn't really go too well, I'm not going to lie. I've had much better pairings. Hang on a minute, just give me 1 second. Sorry about that. I've been summoned by a 3-year-old to bake cakes, so that's what I'm going to be doing in a short amount of time. Yeah, I'm not going to lie, it's not really doing much for me. It's inoffensive. I'm eating a donut, I'm drinking a beer. I'm not going to complain because I'm a glutton. But yeah, not really a good pairing. I'm not going to lie. I've had much better in my donut and beer experience. Nothing to be proud of. Donuts themselves, just a little bit too dry for my liking. So I'm pretty sure we're going to get the same result. But yeah, I think that, even though I was just saying that Nutella I find very overrated, in situations like that, I think it definitely helps. It's like that with crepes. You know, have them on crepes. That'll save a crepe, because crepes are quite boring. Anyway, so these are the Millionaire filled donuts. Can't remember what Millionaire shortbread is, but I tell you what, they look absolutely fantastic. I love the icing job there. Again, biscuits on there. It's another pale donut. Looks very nice. It's got the sort of look of a caramel. So yeah, let's give it a taste. It's a much more brighter donut, and the flavours are really nice. Toffee flavour filling. Are those gaps? Is that a sign of good or bad baking? I don't know. Paul Hollywood, I know you watch me, but love to hear your thoughts and opinions. These seem to be a bit more of a moister, softer donut. A little bit lighter, more vibrant. The topping is nice. It's simple again. But that toffee filling, I find that toffee filling is a hard thing for companies to nail. Because you'll either just get like bland, tacky sort of toffee, or you'll get this overly synthetic E-number flavoured toffee falseness. But I've done it well on this one. This is a much better donut on its own. Yeah, I like that. So let's see what it's like paired with the beer. Okay. Vastly better. Going from the donut to the beer, I get a really big Malteser vibe. From the malts in the beer and the chocolate on the donut and that sweet toffee character, it's like Maltesers. So it works much better. That being said, it's not the greatest pairing. It's not an explosion in my mouth. Take that as you will. But I think it works a little bit better. There's a lot more fruitiness in this stout in general, which the other donut brought out a lot more. And it's that sort of like, that cherry-like yeast strain that's been used, which I'm not a fan of. And I know my good friend Rob from Hopscene is definitely not a fan of. I even think the toffee filling in this almost plays with the coffee as if you've had a syrup put in your coffee. and stirred through. So I think it just works much better. It's like, this is literally like, it's my Maltesers, but it's also reminded me of like pancakes in the morning. Yeah, this works much better. Because it's a lighter flavour mixing with that darker beer character. Definitely. Getting a slight salted caramel vibe as well. So yeah, it's not been the best of pairings today. So I'm not going to put it down as a complete triumph. This donut didn't really work too well with the beer. But the donut's serviceable. £1.50. Not going to complain. These though are worth more than £1.50 for me. Just tastes a lot nicer in general. And it works nicely with the beer, so I'm not going to be too upset. I was a little bit concerned that I'd be disappointed with the second donut after that first one. Not that I was really disappointed, because again, it's an overweight man stuffing his face sat in front of a camera. I'm sure this is a fetish and I could capitalise on it, so I don't know why I'm not. But then again, I did sign up for OnlyFans and I'm yet to attach my bank information, because I would happily sit on camera just eating food, drinking beer, smoking cigarettes, just drinking coffee, doing nothing sexual. And if people want to play along, if that's what they're into, watching people eat and drink, then who am I to judge? I might even show you my foot. Don't know why I show my foot on camera. I can actually put my foot behind my head, but I'm not going to. Because I know for a fact as soon as I do it, I'm going to get stuck and I'm going to be in agonising pain. But yeah, it went okay. The beer itself, I think it's a good beer. Donuts, well worth the money, I'm going to say. Together, just about saved it. But again, I've had much better experiences, so I'm not going to complain too much. Anyway, so if you enjoyed this video, then let me know your thoughts and comments down below. What's some of your favourite food pairings? If you'd like to see me eat on camera and refer to myself as Daddy, let me know. Private message. Just fucking ignore that. But yeah, I'm sure I'll have much better experiences in the future. But the beer itself, really, really nice. Check out the brewery. Also, check out SacredGrounds Coffee Company. And yeah, if you're in your local Tescos, have a look at their donut section, because I'm sure it rotates throughout the year. And I'm sure there'll be a festive donut, because I'm recording this just before December starts. But yeah, I'd say 60% success. Anyway, I don't want to disappoint a child, so I'm going to go make some, we're going to bake something apparently. I don't know what it's going to be. I'm sure it's going to be messy, and I'm sure I'm going to get frustrated for no reason at a child. But that's what happens. Thank you guys for watching, and I shall hopefully see you all later.